Hey y'all, it's Dr. Allison, and today we are going to talk about motivation. This is something everybody wants to know about and everybody seems to want more of. The secret to motivation. If you want to know that, you're in the right spot. So first, I want you to think about two different concepts. The first is motivation, right? The wanting to do something, the feeling motivated. And the second is action, so the doing of the thing. Which one of those things do you think comes first? Do you think motivation comes first? Or do you think action comes first? If you're like most people, you answered motivation. Most people think that we have to want to do something, we have to feel motivated, and then we'll do it. The problem is we rarely feel that sort of divine motivation that everybody's waiting for. So the secret and what the research tells us is actually motivation doesn't come first. Action does. Now, not all the action, not doing the complete task, but the relationship looks like this. A little bit of action leads to motivation, which leads to more action. So it's action, motivation, action. The secret is engaging in that small action step, that little bit of doing, even when you don't feel like it or don't feel motivated. So an example of this is basically how I got through my dissertation and wrote the thing that was awful and horrible and I never felt like doing. I dreaded working on that. So rather than waiting until I felt motivated to work on it, which was never, I challenged myself to use this principle, right? To say, let me engage in that small action step. So writing for 45 minutes, uninterrupted, no distractions. Let me write for 45 minutes, take that small action step. Then 95% of the time, what I found was the motivation would increase after taking that small action step, which led me to keep going, keep writing, usually for a couple more hours. So I want you to think about in your own life, what thing are you wanting more motivation around? So maybe it's around health and wellness, maybe it's around parenting, your career, maybe it's around organizing your kids' toys or keeping your house decluttered. Whatever it is, I want you to think about that goal and I want you to identify a small action step that you can take without motivation. So maybe your goal is to exercise more. Rather than, thinking I have to want to go out for 45 minutes and go for a jog, what would it be like to take a small action step, say jogging for 15 minutes, and then you can stop. If you want to keep going, if that motivation is there, awesome. My guess is it will be. If your goal is to organize your house, don't wait till you feel like it and it sounds good and you're motivated. That time probably won't come on its own. I want you to set the timer and for 20 minutes start organizing something. A closet, your junk drawer, your kids' toys, whatever it is that you've kind of been thinking, this needs to get done. 20 minutes, take that little bit of action step, then reevaluate your level of motivation. Again, my guess is, if it's consistent with the research, you're going to notice an increase in motivation and you're going to keep going, taking more action. So that's the secret to motivation. It's not waiting for it. It's not going to fall out of the sky. You've got to take that little bit of action. Then the motivation typically follows. I'd love for you to comment below so I can hear and give some feedback. I hope this was helpful and I hope you enjoy taking action and then experiencing an increase in motivation. Thanks y'all for watching. Bye.